Yo, it is Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and your beautiful, amazing co-host. Does somebody have the volume up on their device right now? Another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and your beautiful, amazing co-host. Does somebody have the volume up on their device right now? Another episode of Marcus
This is weird.
That is really weird.
You know what? Let me see.
Does somebody have a browser open with
It was me.
Okay. All right.
I was like, I have nothing.
I was like, what's going on? Somebody's got a browser open with the. Sorry, y'all, for the sound. Let's start again. Yo, it's Tuesday. So you know what that means. It's another time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with my beautiful, amazing co-host, Mr. Janelle Mayfield. How you doing?
I am wonderful. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday.
The sun is out longer. Praise the Lord.
It's just going down over here. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful to be able to take walks in the evening time after I get off work. And that's what I just did. Just took a dog for a walk. So that's a beautiful thing to be able to do. Miss Dalila's back with us again for week 2. How you doing?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Doing good. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting all week to get back to this conversation. But let's do our usual banner. Miss Janelle, what did you do this weekend?
I had a great weekend, actually. On Saturday, I relaxed most of the day, and then Trevor and I went out with a couple that we met down here. You know, I've been trying to make friends down here for years, and we finally found a couple that we have a lot in common with. We had a great time. And then the next day on Sunday, we went to a birthday brunch. We got dressed up. It was great. Zaire was with my parents. Wonderful time.
Okay. I love that. We got Yuande saying she's joining from the cold planet.
I need to try that. I just can't.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel good to me. It just never feels good to me. It doesn't hurt. It feels good after I get out of it, but it's never pleasant while I'm in it. I know it's a mind over matter thing, a lot of it, but I just don't like the cold. It's just not a thing that relaxes me. I think I need to just do more of it. Was that it? That's everything you did for the weekend? That's it? Janelle?
I'm sorry.
Is that everything you did for the weekend?
Live. That's all I did, yes.
Yeah. Dalila, what did you do this weekend?
I worked. I was booked and busy. I just got back from work at 8 a.m. this morning, and I slept today so I could be prepared for tonight. And I just want to throw it out there that I should be at Drake at the Houston Rodeo right now, but it was more important that I come back here. So
it wasn't.
What? No,
I sold my ticket.
I mean, I'm flattered.
I'm not.
But you gave up Drake for this?
Yeah, I bought my ticket for $100.
Whoa, girl!
They announced Drake.
You're not serious. You're not.
You're messing with me.
I'm so serious.
Why would you do that? I love the dedication, but
we're not paying her. I need y'all to understand how crazy this is.
We are not a nonprofit organization. We don't make money here to pay guests. What are you doing?
So I sold it so I could be here.
What'd you sell it for? Because that's gonna make the difference.
Not too much of a profit. Only like a $50 profit. But somebody else.
What? I'm calling the police. I can't
believe.
I'd rather get my money back than try to get this huge profit and nobody buys a ticket. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Y'all heard it here. The Man Cave is more important than Drake. Y'all heard it here. Can't help it. Wow. I don't know how to top that, but I had a good weekend. I got tickets from my job to go to a basketball game. It was Arch Madness, not March Madness. Arch Madness. It's the Missouri Valley Conference of college basketball. It's D1. And they were doing a salute to service. So I was their salute to service member. And I thought it was going to be like a 10-second put me on the screen thing. And, just everybody's going to say, thank you for your service. You know how people do. Man, they had me on the screen for like 90 seconds.
What were you doing?
Just standing there looking like an idiot because I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands. Like I have a really bad, and I didn't want to put them in my pocket and look crazy. So I ended up doing one of those waves like, hey, thanks everybody. And then for the rest of the whole game, everybody kept coming up to me and like thanking me for my service. And that's great. I mean, that feels nice. But after a while, it kind of gets like, I just want to watch the game. And then it came, but I appreciate the opportunity. I love that. But yeah, other than that, I bought a new microphone, y'all, so y'all can hear me better. Hope everybody can hear me a lot better. I know that was from the feedback I got last week. So new microphone, new camera. So hopefully no camera glitches. That'll be great. And haircut.
Yes, haircut.
Right. It's an important show. If she's leaving Drake for us, we had to be, all put together. So that's what we're doing.
As soon as the show ends, I'm going to judge you. I have to let you know that. As soon as it ends.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say that in the pre-show. But no. So I'm ready to have a great show tonight. We have a lot to talk about. I'm just gonna say this other way. Raising Cane's is terrible. If y'all like Raising Cane's, I don't want stop. And I don't want to hear nothing else. Let's move on. Raising Cane's is bad.
It's not.
It's so bland.
It's not.
It's bland. The bread is the best part.
It's definitely not Chick-fil-A, but I enjoy it. I don't mind it. And I'm also trying. I've had to boycott so many, and I'm trying. I feel like it's a better alternative to a lot of other places.
Not a better. I mean, Tyson's chicken strips taste better than Raising Cane.
No, you went too far. You went too far. Those
at least taste
seasoned. They're breaded awfully now.
Hey man, they're crunchier than Cane's. Cane's taste wet. Like they don't stay in the fryer long enough. They just stay in there enough to get brown, and then they pull them out.
Which one are you going to? Because the ones
they just built one
are so good.
Anyway,
and
LeBron James.
Speaking of Ohio,
LeBron James. Now everybody mad at LeBron James because he was kikiing it up on the sidelines this past weekend with the Buss family. They're the owners of the Lakers, and apparently a lot of people have a problem with how much the level of enjoyment he was having at the time. So. Janelle, tell us why you didn't see this as a problem. And
I did see it as a problem.
Why you didn't see this as a problem?
I think LeBron rides the coattail of never being in mess, right? He definitely rides that coattail of like he's not been in any scandals. He ran away from them girls on the wrong side of the escalator. Like he has always thrived on not being in mess. I'm not a messy person. I have my family. I'm this great Black man. It is Black History Month had just ended. And I just felt like as a wife, it definitely made me uncomfortable. But as a human being, I was just like, I get so tired of white women rubbing up on Black. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. It's giving very much like cringe, obsession. Like, why are you rubbing on this grown man? It was just very cringe. I didn't like it. And then when I went to Google and realized she's 62 years old, Jeannie wanted to get popped in the mouth. That's what Jeannie wants. Jeannie woke up and said, how can I possibly get popped in the mouth today? Let me go rub upon LeBron James. That's really why I didn't like it. It's just
Dalila, how you feel about it? Do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see it.
It's all right.
I'm so sorry. So I don't really have an opinion. But I do agree with, he does, he's not in scandals, not in mess. So like that's why we just have to kind of be like, it's okay. He, it's fine. It's LeBron. He doesn't mean any harm. She doesn't mean any harm.
And that's what I'm saying. In 21 seasons of basketball, if this is the most we get, like really, are we really that upset? First of all, Jeannie Buss, owner of the Lakers, so she's writing the checks for one. So there's a level of already like you're gonna laugh at whatever joke they tell, but that's the boss. You're gonna play it up a little bit because it's like when the person that you like is around and they tell a joke, you're gonna laugh a little bit to make them feel good. He's got to do his part.
Would you do that? I'm seriously asking.
If I was making $20 million a year with this person, I probably would laugh a bit. Yeah, I would.
No, I'm not saying laugh.
Now, I'm not saying he should have let her touch all up on him. I'm not saying that she should have let her touch. And I don't feel like it was like it was the laughter and the smiles.
I'm gonna send you the video, Dalila.
It wasn't as bad as y'all making it because we've seen other people do worse, and this is not that bad. It's a basketball game. He's sitting. If he was really trying to do something to disrespect his wife or whatever, I'm sure he wouldn't have did it on the front row of a basketball court. Like it just.
Who said he was trying to do something to disrespect his wife? Is that what people were saying?
But that's because a lot of people are saying like, how could you disrespect Savannah like that?
I don't think he disrespected Savannah. I think he's just Yes, what Trevor said. It's giving work wife vibes. Like, it's just not. I know if Trevor saw me being rubbed up on, just someone like hanging around my neck and stuff like that, and it's supposed to be my boss, it'd be a serious
Hanging
problem.
around his neck.
No, I'm just saying, for me, a
Yeah.
hypothetical
If
situation.
it went that far, yes, I agree. If it went that
They kept grabbing his arm and just laying on it, and then rubbing him, and then grabbing his arm, and it would happen over and over. It wasn't just once.
He should definitely put a boundary up and be like, slid her hand off like nice, like. But I think he was trying to also be respectful because they are the Bus family, like they are the Lakers. So I think he was trying to not offend too, but he should have been a little more. So I can agree with that. Like. I can agree with that. But speaking of basketball, the ladies were playing hard this weekend too, especially in college. In college, there was a lot of great ladies games. And we saw LSU with South Carolina get a little testy at the end. And so a brother of a South Carolina player, after when a tussle started between the two teams, a girl from LSU, a girl from South Carolina pushed a girl from LSU onto the ground. The brother of that player came down on the court and started getting busy. Started taking care of business. And so
I feel like you need to say that he jumped. You said
came down. I need you to came down. He jumped.
Over the table.
And so I guess we're at the point like where, as a sibling, someone who has a sister, it's like, at what point is it okay to get involved as a man in an altercation with women? Dalila, how would you feel about that?
I mean, if they had been at a local court playing street ball, maybe, but like this is a game in an arena in a professional setting. I feel like it was kind of a little too much. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I feel like you look kind of like a clown. These girls are athletes. Let them handle themselves. If your sister got a whole team that's gonna have her back if she started getting jumped, you don't need to come down. And I get it as a brother. You're like, that's my sister. Like, I don't want her to have.
No, he was the brother of the LSU player. Sorry.
Yeah. He was the brother of the LSU player that hit the ground. So I get it. You don't want to see your sister go through that, but at the same time, you're not making the situation any better. Like, so I don't understand what your thought was, Janelle. How you feel?
I don't understand what a grown man is doing, jumping over a table of commenters into a sea of female basketball players. Like, what was you about to do? What were you really about to do? Were you going to hit one of them? Were you going to tackle one of them? It wasn't like he was coming down to like try to calm them down. He was ready to fight, and it was very weird. I also think let these girls play. Let these girls get passionate. What's her face came out and said, I did go too far. LSU was the first person to push. It was number 4. She just out of nowhere was like, get the F out my face for no reason. She was mad. She was losing. Yeah. But I just feel like we watch NBA, we watch college basketball, and we watch these male players put their all, and they get in fights, they get in arguments, they get in each other's face, and it's entertaining. Let these ladies have their moment and let them play.
I guess a lot of fellas be like, the game be 38-40, and y'all be having this emotion. But at the same time, these girls are athletes too. Like I
also think the game is changing. We have some really amazing female athletes out there.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark. We got
Angela Reese.
What's the girl from is it South Carolina? What's the name? I cannot think of her name right now. But anyway, the game is changing for the women, and they're starting to become the one everybody's watching. And I think that's Caitlin Clark has been a big part of that. But I just think dude looked like a clown. But basketball has been very messy. Yeah. Very messy this whole weekend because you got Drea Michelle coming out. Drea Michelle is in, what is she? She's 40. What is she?
39?
No, she's 42.
Like 42.
Having a baby by
22-year-old
NBA player. Now, this is my problem with this. Switch the roles and the man would be considered.
Say it again.
A predator.
Say it again.
And that's the problem I had with Marcus Houston. This is the problem I had with Brittany Renner when she was on that camera talking about somehow y'all sons and everybody thought it was cute. This is not cute. And these NBA players out here on these rookie contracts are getting this money, are finally getting these millions of dollars, and here comes the vulture. Now, as a 22-year-old man, think for a second. Why the heck would someone who was your age, was drinking age when you was born, have any interest in you and making a baby with you? Are you that cool, or do you have some money?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just take a second to think about this. Would she be interested in you if you weren't playing basketball?
Probably.
Drea has money based on the back of she has 2 other NBA players' baby.
A football player's baby.
Football player, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
She hangs around athletes for this reason. Like, it's like, and my thing is, I don't want to be hitting the same girl all these other people done hit. She's notorious for it. Like, you ain't got no prize, boy. You got leftovers.
But in his mind, this is the greatest thing to ever happen to him.
And the greatest thing that never happened is that y'all won't be married happy ever after. She's gonna take you to court and get that 18 years of payments.
How you know?
Because she does it every time. Like, this is not. Anyway, she's collecting seeds.
Is this not basically what, like, the Kardashians?
Collecting seeds. She gardening out here, and y'all just falling for it. Yeah, I don't know. Dalila, how do you feel about it?
I feel personally, I don't even want to date a 30-year-old man, and I'm 32. So I'm definitely not going way under like that. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. She knew how to manipulate him and secure her bag.
It's like Larsa Pippen doing the same thing.
That's
she's doing that. She's doing that against Scotty too.
Right.
Scotty, like, you dating
I'm
Michael
not that mad about, but I'm also mad about because I don't like Scotty
either. So she is 39, but still, that's still 17 years older. Like, if a dude did this, they'd be considered a predator.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's happening right now, I'm certain someone gonna come. You know,
sis is a strategist and secure the coinage. Exactly, and I'm not. I get it. Good for life. Never have to do anything, but it's like, bro, like, Bernice with Jalen Brown, exactly.
And Bernice got grandkids. Y'all need to stop it. Stop it.
But Bernice, she might,
Granted, whoever did her body did. She's one of the first people that
did a good job. They did
great. Yeah,
but Jalen Brown,
your daughter a hoe now.
But it's like why don't these? I feel like these NBA players, a lot of them come from nothing, or come from homes where they never got that appreciation. And these women, these older women, know how to be nurturing, and they know how to play that role to a point where a man will fall in love with that. And then that baby come out, and then everything changes.
But then I also think, like, it's a level of her status, right? So he knows he's dealing with somebody who is not gonna. He doesn't need an MBA for, like, she's got her own. She's been around, so
she knows the game.
Easier to be with somebody like that versus somebody off the street who is not used to being around stars, I would say.
I guess. I don't know. But it seems messy, and I don't know. I'm going to pray for that player. I hope he has a good, long career because he's going to need it. He's going to need to make some money. He's going to need a Supermax. He's going to need a Supermax contract. But speaking of messy, the reason y'all are all here for today is that we have Dalila back for part 2 of Who TF. I said TF this time. Did I Date part 2. And we had some new developments over the weekend from fallout from our last show, y'all. Dalila, would you just take it away? Take us back into your world.
Well, okay, so we're gonna speed through this because we're not doing it part 3. I can't do it. But what I will say is I refuse to be quieted by any method of intimidation. It's not happening. I am here to tell my story and the role I played in my own suffering. If someone is upset by that, I don't know. But this is about me. I found it's been very healing and also very therapeutic for me to talk about kind of the situation I put myself in and how I now am navigating my dating life forward.
Okay.
We fully support you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I will not be gaslit because my experience was real. So you're not going to have me questioning, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? No, I didn't, because I'm not mentioning anyone's names. Moving forward, I'm not mentioning any friends, family members, nothing. This is about me and this person. And I'm not going to be made a villain. So, with that being said, when we left off, he was trying it in the Bahamas, right?
Girl.
Oh
I've been
yes,
stuck in the Bahamas
we
for
was
a
on the
minute.
boat. He was on the boat, and he was being unappreciative. I remember that.
So he was trying. And thank you, everybody. Oh, I'm listening.
These comments, they saying time for vodka and popcorn. That's a combination I hear, but it might be tasty. Vodka and popcorn. Kristen says you shall not be silenced, and Jazz says we got your back.
Thank you. So thank you all for coming back for my story. Really appreciate it.
All right.
So as we are trying it in the Bahamas, this is a 3-day cruise, I believe. So we're coming home. We go to the airport. We go to leave, and there is weather in the city in which we're going home. All my fellow aviation career women know that just because the weather is nice where you are currently doesn't mean you have clearance to leave and go to your final destination. You got to wait till that airfield is okay for you to land there.
Is that not common knowledge?
Well,
I love when silence means so much.
So the flight attendants, the flight crew, they're doing their best to let us know, like, we're delayed. We cannot take off right now. And I will say this was Spirit. Nothing against Spirit.
Everything.
I booked it. I thought I did my big one with the big front seats, you know. Like, if I'm paying for it, I got to cut corners somewhere. So that's what I did. So American Delta's taking off. Spirit customers are upset, right? And we're not on the same flight path. So just because one airline's taking off doesn't mean the other one. I don't need to spend too much more time on this, but whatever. So we kind of have a tiff about that as we're sitting in our seats. They bring us back to the gate and they say that everyone has to deplane because they don't know how much longer their delay will be. We get in a tiff because this person does not want to deplane, and I'm telling you that that's the quickest way to get on the no-fly list.
Does not want.
You will get off.
Hold on, Dalila. I don't mean to cut you off, but let me read this bold-handed comment real quick. Dalila needs to tell the truth. If you're over the situation, why speak on it? Well, let me tell you this right now, and I'm gonna let her answer. She can answer you too. But guess what? It's her life, and she can decide who the hell she wants to tell and who she doesn't want to tell. If it's her truth, she can decide who she wants to tell it to, and she's decided to tell it here. Now, if you have a problem with it, you don't have to tune in today. You can log off.
That little X that closes out the window, click it.
Yeah, it works.
I'm just confused on how I'm not telling the truth. But anyways,
because if she's not telling the truth, come on, give me some facts that says she's not. Until you do that, stay in the channel and enjoy the show. If not, you can leave. Kristen said the story and help other people. Why not speak? Jasmine says, I agree, Kristen. She has the absolute right to tell her situation of the story. Exactly, Jasmine. She said, period, my life, my story.
But I'm not going back and
forth. Also, since when is storytelling? Everyone has a story to tell. And if you happen to be in it, okay, but we don't know who you are, but it's very telling who you are.
Yeah, a hit dog will holler, as my grandma used to say.
Let me just I came in here being Michelle Obama.
Girl, forget it. Go low. Go the lowest.
Please.
At this point, okay, we about to go Monique. That's what we about to do.
Okay, I'm sorry for cutting your story off. You were saying he didn't want to deplane.
Yes, we got in a tiff about that. Verbal. So when we finally do get on the plane and go back home, this person does not speak to me the entire flight back. I get up off the seat when we land, and I'm like, let me let you out because you're by the window, and I know how people be doing on the aisle, passing everybody. Like, let me let you out. This person's like, no, you go ahead. I'll meet you out there. Okay. So I get off the plane. I have to go to the bathroom. I come out the bathroom, nowhere to be found. So I go to baggage claim, and the person's down there at baggage claim. I'm like, wow, so you just left me. Cool. Bags come around, and I'm like, okay, we into it, but I don't think it's that bad. Like, you gonna help me get my luggage? Nope. Stood there, watched me struggle with stuff in my hands to get my luggage, and yeah. I parked at the airport, so I drove home, silence the whole way.
Did you pay to park at the airport? Who? I just had to confirm. I had to confirm.
Again, this person did not ask me to do any of this. This is me, again, detailing the role in my own suffering. So we get home. It's a horrible disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
This person is not physically abusive. Like, that was not even an element. I just want to clear the air there. That's not an issue. It's just the going back and forth. So that was the moment when I was like, what did I get myself into? Like, I've seen now a version of this person that I've never seen in the year and a half at this point that we're dating, and I don't like it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a trip back home. This person also had a trip, so we both went our separate ways. Kind of made up a little bit before that. I think just because of the fact that I was going back home, he wanted to make sure that, like, you know, I'm not going to be doing anything when I'm back home, that I'm still in this relationship.
Well, if you had to put it down, she wouldn't even have a reason. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You could put it down. I still got an attitude. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. But I'm just saying, if he had took the trip and enjoyed the trip and made it worth
that
on her
part,
birthday, like, you wouldn't have anything to worry
on
about.
her. Can we emphasize? Because they still watching on her birthday. Sorry.
Yeah, this was her birthday. But anyway,
because y'all be wondering why Snapped exists.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Through this time, it's just, we're not on the same page. After this birthday trip, it's clear that this might not work out, which kind of sucked because at the time I'm like, this is my person. We were doing so good. How did this like switch up happen over a little trip? So during this time,
I'm sorry. I think we're getting some nice YouTube stuff here. So we gotta. This is looking very telling. I don't know why with so many switches. Just stay as one person, please. So why do you think he didn't? I'm guessing he's saying why do you think he didn't talk to you the whole flight back?
Why don't you just tell us why you didn't? Tell us why you didn't.
Oh,
trifling.
And then I guess right after you said.
Oh, girl, you dodged a bullet. Thank you, Lord. You dodged
right after you said that y'all weren't in the same place, y'all weren't going to the same direction. They said you are right. So
okay, well, that's fine.
Is this really happening? Like,
is this what we're doing?
No, for real. This is really happening in real life.
No issue with it.
I love this for me. It's very entertaining.
Akeem says, "Oh snap! It's Dalila." Like, where you been, Akeem?
Okay. So during this time, like I said, we're not on the same page, and I voiced that, you know, I'm interested in career change at this point, which means a move. I'm gonna go move back home. At that point, it was like I instantly became the villain. How could I do this to him? Like, I created this life, and then I'm just gonna up and leave. Oh my god. Okay,
come on.
So the turning.
What am I missing? I need to go into YouTube.
Okay.
The
so
noise is gonna be loud.
No, let me settle this. Let me settle this real quick. Let me settle this down just a little bit.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Well,
in the man cave, there is an order of operations here. Now, what's not going to happen is you decide you're going to keep barging into every comment and think that you're going to tell your side of the story. Now, you tried a lot this week enough. You tried enough. So let's let this beautiful sister tell her side of the story. You can comment when she's done with her certain phrases, but what you're not going to do is try to bomb this session.
When I tell you, when adults act like this, it is baffling to me. My 4-year-old has better sense than this. My 4-year-old is better than this.
The comment, because I always vow to y'all as listeners that I will read every comment. I will read every comment. But what I will not do in this place is read foolishness or read anything like that. So what I will do is I'll read what I read. And if you just do that the whole time, we're not going to do it. So I'll read this comment. It said, your birthday. I wanted to enjoy your birthday, but I'll listen. So I'm sorry again. She says, let's stop commenting and deleting, please, from Jasmine. Yeah. So let's listen to this sister story who blew off Drake to be here because that's important. Go ahead, Dalila. I'm sorry.
So I can't even remember where I was. Okay. So pretty much the fallout happened because I wanted to move back home to be with my family. In this time, So I've been gone 10 years at this time. I'm starting to experience some death in my family.
Wait, 10 years from home?
Yes.
Okay,
working. I've now lost, for the first time for death in my family, I've lost my grandfather and then I've lost my grandmother. So I will say, and again, I'm not that person. This person was there for me. I never experienced death. He was there.
Okay. Do you feel good now? Sorry. God.
That was very nice to have. But I wanted to go home because now my other family members are getting older. I'm my mother's only child. I need to be at home. This career that I'm on right now is not worth not being able to spend time with my family, because when I finally go home and everybody's dead, then what? So at first I did say, like, you can come with me. I'll take care of us, that's been the trend. You can get a job when you get there. And then I'm not gonna lie, I did change my mind. Like, when I thought about it, I was like, this is a huge life change for me. And I don't think I can emotionally, financially support somebody else as I'm trying to navigate this transition. So it's like, I can't, like, I gotta go do this on my own. So that's when it kind of went downhill, and I'm the villain. How could I do this? This person said I used them.
Wait, but they were the dedicated. I'm sorry. But they needed you for the lease.
But can we say one thing? Can I emphasize something you said that I really like? And I think more and more people, especially women, Black women, it is okay to change your mind. You're not wrong if you say one thing and then you feel a different. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think we are definitely taught to not want to change. So I appreciate you for saying that.
And that was a big. You want to read a comment?
The lies.
You know what? Okay.
We don't have to read comments.
We don't.
Go
Just
ahead.
tell your story,
Go ahead.
because we don't need to
I'll
give
tell
them
your
any more shine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
Great. I'm sorry. No. Great does not have an E at the end, baby boy. Okay. I don't lie. Oh my gosh, this is really happening.
Not a head joke. Okay, go ahead, Dalila. I'm so sorry.
I don't even want to go into all the other details. At this point, you're seeing it for yourself, so it's not like I'm over here lying. Anyways, so I really wanted to have a clean, like, kind of breakup, because at this point, it's not going to be feasible to do a long distance thing. And so I firmly believe that people can break up and still be friends and still
absolutely
lives. But it got to the point where it was affecting me mentally. I was in a very bad place. And I don't think a lot of my friends realize it. I think Marcus can attest to it. A lot of this, none of my friends knew, because my whole agenda was to not have them judge him. Yeah. So I didn't talk about any of this. Like, this was just what I was going through. And I don't want y'all to come over to the house. We're hanging out and you're judging him. So I kept a lot of it to myself. At one point, I had an entire emotional breakdown. And I won't go through the details of that. And that was the point where I was like, this is unhealthy. Like, I love this person. I care about this person. But us being together it's not what I thought it was. Like, this is not going to work. And I carried a lot of guilt because of what he said to me on that I used him. Like, and I carried a lot of guilt, and I was like, am I making the right move? Should I just not do this for me and stay here because this person needs me and I'm doing a good job right now, like taking care of them mentally, whatever. So
y'all are still, sorry to interrupt, y'all are still at the same place. Y'all are still staying together and everything when you have this conversation.
Okay. We're still at the same place. But yeah, it got to the point where I was like now avoiding going home. Like, I'm staying with friends. My father didn't stay too far, so I'm staying with him because I'm just like, I can't be in that environment anymore if this person who I love so much and did so much for can flip like this on me. Like, this is not healthy. So yeah, so I carry a lot of guilt. I ended up in therapy. I will even go as far as to say, and I'm not ashamed, I ended up on medication because I wasn't sleeping. Like, I felt like, what have I done? But then it took a lot of therapy and learning and unlearning different behaviors to see that, like, I did nothing wrong in this whole situation. We just were not meant for each other. I will spare a lot of other details that would have your
sorry.
Because I don't.
Okay, no, we have to respect her decision.
Yeah, definitely.
If you don't think it's fair, that's fine.
Hold on. Here we go again.
What is happening?
Brianna Roberts.
No, because we could literally
I'll call names. If we are. Why she says y'all not on shit. Why get on here and talk? You need to stop lying for YouTube. Again, if you have, this is an open forum. If you have some evidence of where this person is not telling the truth, please share it with the chat. If not, you don't have to watch. You don't have to be here.
That's the thing with the situation, right? Again, I was the villain. So I don't know what type of picture was painted to anyone else, but I kept what was going on inside because I didn't want him to be judged.
And I don't think you've painted him as a villain. I just think, like you said, y'all were not compatible, and it was very evident in the Bahamas. You didn't like the way you felt, and that's not to say what he did was right or wrong, but you didn't like the way that you felt by his actions. And as adults, it cannot always be, well, because such and such said this happened, I believe it. Grow up. Everyone experiences something and their feelings are valid, whether you agree with their feelings or not. This is her experience.
And this is why I thought it was important to come on and tell, because for the longest, it's been painted that I did all this wrong. And I'm not saying everything I did was 100% right, but I did my best. And I don't feel like I'm the villain here and this person is the victim. That's crazy.
So we got some comments. Perez says, you're doing great. That takes a lot of strength. Chrissy says, right, strength and maturity. Thank you, Kristen, for saying that. This isn't about whoever Jody is. This isn't Jody's time to speak. This is Dalila's time. She came on here to speak, and we're going to give her that courtesy and respect. This person says they never painted you as a bad person. Jasmine says she is going to speak on what she wants to speak on. If you don't like it, Big Bree, exit stage left, please. We don't got time for the interruption. The fact that we are calling them Jody. So continue your story, Dalila, please. You were staying with your dad and stuff, you said, because
yeah. At the end of it, we go our separate ways. Again, I'm still trying to help this person. We are not together in a title or anything like that in a relationship, but I'm still trying to help them find somewhere to go. Again, I'm going to spare a lot of details that I feel like just would be trifling to say on this platform. He just needed to hear my truth, apparently. I don't know what comes from.
But my question is this: as a woman, when y'all go through something like this, and I'm gonna have to bash the fellas for this, like, what part of the truth did you not hear then that she's saying now that you didn't hear then? Because it doesn't sound like you're saying anything different now that you didn't say in that moment, or were you not communicating that at the moment to him? Like, I'm asking honestly, were you, the way you're telling us right now, you said you didn't feel, good about it anymore. You didn't feel that safe, like, in the relationship anymore, like with your emotions and feelings. Did you communicate it the way you would communicate it now to that person?
I feel like I did. I don't know how that person received it.
Did they respond?
There was just so many. It was a daily conversation. It was really draining. I can't really remember each detail of each conversation. So unfortunately, I can't sit here and say exactly what was said. But yeah, it was a daily conversation.
Okay.
I'm just here for question and answer at this point because I've been derailed.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I've actually experienced something similar to this prior to getting married. Marcus knows. Do you remember the moment that you were free of it. Because I distinctly remember the very moment I was like it's not a bother. I remember it distinctly. And I'm just curious if you do as well. Or was there a time where you were like, wow, I'm really like...
Yeah, so I think when I moved and I started seeing a therapist, and she told me, like, this is not your guilt to carry. You should not feel guilty for changing your mind. Like you said, for changing your mind, making this decision for you. And I was like, you're right. And also, I was told that, and it made sense. This person was in the situation they were in when I met them. And they kind of went back to that situation when I left. So this was nothing that I'd done. Like this, I tried to help them. They did not progress during that time. So
you left them in the same condition that you found them in. You didn't leave them any worse. They just are in the same condition that you found them in. Brianna Robbins.
Brianna is tickling me because delusion. Did you have COVID?
You telling us to mind our business?
But
you are. You in my house.
You just block her. Can you just block her?
You in my house. Telling me to mind my business.
Do you know this person?
Corruption like this on the man cave.
But
like you came to the man
cave.
There is two sides to a story, but guess what? Today is dedicated to her side of this story. So if you don't like what's being said, feel free to leave. Or can you contribute to my views? Either way, you helping me.
Yeah, so thank you.
Actually, do what you're doing, but you look silly.
Please
you look silly.
And engage.
But so you didn't leave any worse off anything. They're allowed to be in the comments. They're here for the show. Anyway, but so you didn't leave them any worse off, but you felt that freeing moment. Now, after that freeing moment, when you get the air kind of cleansed for you, how did you deal with yourself and the decision that you made to jump into it? After you said you had been married, you were anxious to find it in someone to feel that that void that you were having, like someone to care about you and be there for you emotionally. How did you reconcile with yourself?
So let me back up a little bit. So I was on a birthday trip with a group of friends, and this person's been texting me, trying to have conversation. And the advice I'm being given is like, just block him. But I don't have the heart to do that at the moment because it's like we were like this. So how can I go to you? I'm sorry, from speaking to you every day, you're my person, I'll call you about everything. So now like I'm blocking you on everything. So I couldn't do it. But on this trip, they asked to speak to me, and I'm out of the country, and I didn't pay for international. So I'm like, I'm out of the country. I can speak to you when I get back. And then they were like, well, is this a work trip or personal? At that point, sir, we are not together. Like that moment, I was like, you know what? Block. I am going to enjoy my freaking trip. That was September of last year, and the person is still blocked. But as
they still in your, it's giving stalker. It's giving obsessed. It's giving get a life, read a book, take a class.
And in that moment, I was like, I can do this. Like, it's okay. Their feelings may be hurt, but at this point, I matter more. That's the moment where I chose to like choose my feelings and not be carried by this situation to where I'm not sleeping, not eating, I'm stressed, drowning in guilt. So. But I'm sorry, your question, I kind of went off topic.
I was saying like how you reconciled with yourself, from making a decision like that took you through something like this. How did you forgive you?
So I've been following this podcast called Do the Work on Instagram. It is amazing. I love that podcast. And she just talks to you like straight up, like I'm the type where I like people to sugarcoat things, but this girl doesn't. And I'm like, damn, that is me in this situation right now. So I realized no more chasing feelings. I'm not in a rush to settle down. Like I'm still kind of young. So there's time. I don't have to just settle with the first person that gives me this feeling that I've been searching for. So
can you say that again, please? Because it's like 12 people I need to send that to.
So I'm doing a lot of work on me.
Okay. And then I think the thing that's most beautiful through this whole story, you've never said anything bad about his character. you've only.
I've tried to maintain.
And I think that's a testament to Black women, because it's crazy how much Black women can go through and still not say all the things that they could probably say about the men that have really messed them over and done it. It's like the protection that you show to Black men when you do not have to is incredible. So I want to thank you for your strength in doing that, because to me that is just a testament to who you are as a person, and I love that.
I do have a question
for me.
Yeah, the comments they're transcribed for a later date.
Oh yeah, they'll be on the show. Oh well, now they're probably gonna go delete everything, but it doesn't matter. But someone said in Facebook, I can't find. Akeem said he sounds like he has possession issues. You want to speak on that, or you want to let that go?
I will say I've been researching the different types of people you can be involved with in a relationship, and there's one trait that comes to mind. I'm not going to call this person that, but yeah, I think I was in this type of relationship, and I just didn't see it at the moment. Everyone saw it for me, and I was just like, nope, we're good. That's not him. He's just going through a lot. Again, like you said, I tried to protect him as long as I could, to the point where like it was breaking me and I couldn't do it anymore.
So Jasmine says, we are very strong, because it would have been waiting to exhale part 2, messing with me. Because people saying where they're from for some reason.
Because Brianna asked us, because apparently
Brianna wants to know.
She want to know. Can I say
go ahead.
This is just a thought, especially someone who has a son. And I am very, I'm constantly asking God for wisdom when it comes to being a boy mom, being a Black boy mom, because these are things that I also dealt with. And it is very common within our community. A lot of our Black men, unfortunately, do not know how to be in relationships, because the way that he treated you could possibly not be his fault at all. Like it could have been
to when I say when someone tells you they are not ready for a relationship,
you believe them.
I was gonna ask that, because I was like, after all of this is said and done, like, what is your number one thing you would tell a 25-year-old woman who's about to date, like about to get, like, what is the major advice that you would tell them after going through this? Has your mindset changed about how you enter other relationships? Like, what would you tell another girl?
Do not go off of someone's potential. First of all, don't paint this picture of someone that they are not. Like, who you have in front of you, that's who they are. And if you can't deal with that, leave people where they are. Don't try to save everybody. I am huge in trying to save people and fix people, because I feel like that's what I want someone to do for me. And I have not found that.
Don't you know?
Okay.
I hear you type.
Yeah, I'm naturally trying to save everyone and help everyone, but no one does that for me.
Something that I've learned, though, and just in life in general, man, when people are all big and bad, like when they're in control of the narrative. And once the narrative is slipped out of their control and now they can be put out, or the truth of someone's story can be told, then they resort to what we may be seeing in the chat. And it's very immature.
It's just very telling.
And it's very telling, especially
because you didn't have to show yourself at all.
You didn't have to show up.
I'm okay with it because it's validated.
Like,
it just means I'm not crazy.
Do you feel like you're crazy sometimes?
I did before. Like I'm tripping real bad. Like, am I really doing this to him? But no, I'm not.
Is that what kept you there longer though? Like that feeling that, oh, I'm crazy. I'm making this up. Like, did you have that?
Maybe I'm really tripping. Like, yeah, the gaslighting. Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see that. I just, because like me knowing you throughout this whole situation, I would have never known. Mm-hmm. Like I would have never known it was like this. Like I came over a time, like everything seemed cool, like everything, like twice actually, and I didn't know anything. So I can attest to the fact that you never said anything. And I had parties too.
I'm sure his family didn't know because I showed up to him. By the way, love his family. They welcomed me from day one with open arms. Great people. But I'm sure that they didn't even know, because when I showed up for him. And whatever we got going on is not, they don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
We're
and
showing
that's mature.
we're fine, we're together.
If she says she felt like you were gaslighting her, you don't have to agree. But I'm certain if you feel some type of way, you would want someone to say, you know what, I'm sorry you feel that way. But like, I feel like at some point in time, you have to be like, you can't tell people how they feel. You cannot tell anyone on this earth how they're going to feel, that their feelings are wrong, that their feelings aren't valid. It's crazy.
When
like, that's what makes this person crazy.
I express my feelings, I'm crazy.
Let me say this too. Let this be a lesson to everybody too. Stop envying other people's relationships, because you have no idea what they are really like when they leave the party or they leave the club or that picture gets posted on Instagram. You really don't know what kind of relationship they really have. And until it's over and somebody's finally brave enough to speak and say what happened to them. And I really do believe that what you're doing here is really going to help some people think, like, and get them out of the situation on both ends. Because I know guys who have been in the same situation, taking care of somebody or helping somebody out, and then feeling like, I want to change my mind, and not thinking that they can, because they're going to hurt this individual, so they stay a lot longer than that. And I think we were talking about that in the group chat earlier this week, about guys do the same thing that girls do. We just don't talk about it. Go ahead, Janelle.
Not the hand raised.
I try to be respectful. So I've been married going on 8 years. And the biggest thing that I learned being with Trevor is I cannot denounce or shrink who he is when he's feeling something. And I'm still learning. And I think the biggest thing in a relationship is realizing in the moment when you're upset with someone, it's very easy to see them as just the villain, or like they're just bad, but it's always two sides to a story. But I really appreciate you for coming on this show, saying this. I feel like in certain ways you kind of healed some wounds that I was dealing with that I didn't realize that I was dealing with from past relationships. I appreciate you for not stopping and continuing. I appreciate you for recognizing that you were having a mental health crisis and you did something about it. You did not let it swallow you up. And I hope that you feel validated. And I hope that you wake up every day knowing, like, this was a situation I went through. I came out of it, and I have tools, I have resources, I have opinions, I have thoughts that will help me go through it. And I'm just really thankful that you told your story, because I needed to hear.
Janelle, you wanna take this one? I'm sure you'd love to. I'm gonna pin it to the thing. One of Riddick says, "I'm not understanding this well. The man never lied about who he is. So what exactly is the problem? And making fun of someone's job says much about." First of all, anyway, no, I'm not.
You gotta learn how to write. I know
we're all not on the same stage in life. I'm guessing that was going to finish as life. Janelle.
Again, I would say if you haven't seen part 1, watch it there. This is just her experience. And lying, I think y'all need to have more like expectations of people, because y'all just accept the bare minimum. Lying is not the only thing you can do to somebody. Cheating is not the only thing you can do to somebody. There are many ways to cause hurt to an individual, whether you're doing it on purpose or whether you're unknowingly doing it. She was being hurt by someone who, from these comments, he clearly didn't know he was hurting you. So no, we're not saying you're awful. No, we're not saying you're at fault. You're listening to her experience and learning things from her.
And I'm not sure I ever once said that he lied to me about who he was.
You didn't. I don't even know where that came. You didn't say he lied.
That never happened. That never happened.
Said he lied about
the anything. Only thing that you said was that they said that you used them. And that's the only thing I've heard you say of that. So unless somebody, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me in the chat. I'm not gonna read it. Wait, Jasmine, Miss Gordon, be nice now. Miss Gordon.
No, I'm here for her. Because how are you arguing with an Esquire? What's wrong with y'all? Are y'all stupid? I'm sorry, for real.
I'm gonna have new viewers tonight. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you all for coming to see part 2 tonight. We really do appreciate it. We love all of y'all.
Love to go on longer, but I just feel like it's time to kind of put this to rest. It's pointless.
You see that comment?
I mean,
Jody, please. Jody's killing me. I'm sorry.
Jasmine, I like you.
Jody, please.
Jasmine, you come on the show sometime.
Please,
I really like
you are my new friend. I love you
like
so
you.
much.
We like you a lot. No, so thank you all for coming. We told y'all it was gonna be a good one. Didn't expect this, but we things happen in the man cave, and I hope y'all keep coming back because that's how we roll here.
Don't even worry about it.
Anyway,
this was great.
But yeah, with that being said, as we do every end of the show, Miss Mayfield, the weather's getting warmer. It's gonna be 70s here all week. The sun is not going down as easy, so that means we need a little bit more protection, don't we?
Oh.
We need a dedicated sunscreen. What should we use?
Black Girl sunscreen. If you have oily skin, I would not recommend Black Girl sunscreen, and I would look for a gel sunscreen. But if you have like not oily skin, Black Girl sunscreen. It is the best sunscreen. It's the most affordable. You can get some for your kids, for yourself. They got it for your body. It's the best sunscreen.
If y'all don't know, y'all need to follow her page because she does hair washing stuff. I don't know what y'all call it. She be doing the serums and things. Y'all know when y'all hold that. Why do y'all do that, ladies? Hold the eyedropper right by your eye before y'all drop that.
You're not supposed to let the dropper touch your skin because it can become contaminated.
I thought y'all just like seeing like y'all really doing something. I just like looking at the serum. It just looks crazy to me. It look crazy. Y'all be looking all glowy when y'all be done. I love that for y'all. But guys, y'all need to take care of y'all skin too. So definitely be watching because she shows what we all need to be doing. So definitely with that.
Yeah, and I'd love to come back for another topic.
Oh, you can come back anytime you want. Dalila, you paid your dues.
I mean, you're regular at this point.
You can be a regular. You miss Drake. You miss Drake, so you might as well stay here. I'm gonna tag Drake and be like, you
need to come give a concert or be on the show. If we got Drake on the show, I'm quitting my job.
Drake would be like 13 people.
If we got Drake on the show, I'm quitting my job that day.
Don't quit. Don't leave me.
No, I'm saying I'm quitting my full-time job.
Oh no. But Black Girl sunscreen has a matte version for matte version 2 for the oily skin people.
Yes, I haven't tried it. I forgot. Yes, they do.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, y'all know Janelle gets all the good products, so y'all need to go follow her. What's your tagline on that?
It's at the skincare queen _ on Instagram and just at the skincare queen on TikTok.
All right, y'all. Follow her before TikTok goes away. Y'all know they're trying to ban it.
Oh my God, they're messing with my money. Okay.
Hey man. With that being said, I'm gonna leave y'all with the it's not a bad one this week. It's just
I was gonna say you got some ammo. It's warm outside.
I know, but we're moving into my favorite time of the year coming soon. With the sundresses will be coming out and the white toes will be back. But I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder, lady, and let you know your ponytail is falling. Y'all need to make sure it's clipped and clipped good. Just secure it. Put that head wrap on. Get that little Badu thing and put it on. It's falling off. You're dancing. Every twerk pops it a little bit more. Just clamp it down. Clamp it down.
Clamp it down.
Mm-hmm. Wear a belt. Mm-hmm. And put lotion everywhere.
Say it again. Put lotion. Touch your neighbor and say.
You turn around, you trying to twerk on me, and I'm seeing ashy cheeks. Just lotion everywhere. Please.
You are stupid.
I'm just joking. Nobody's twerking.
No, saying. He's not. Put lotion on.
Put lotion on. And that's all I got to say. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Again, thank you so much, Dalila, for being here. And for everybody out there, be blessed this week. Be a blessing to somebody else. Tell somebody you love them because life is too short and you never know when God will call for you. You want to live a life that's worth living. Not today, but you should live your life expecting that you're going to see the king. And I want to have a good account for myself when I see him.
You really sound like my Uber driver who told me that he was ready to go any day. The Lord can take him. He's ready to see his family. I said, sir.
Not while he's driving me. Not while you driving me. Not while you driving me. But with that being said, we'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. Love you. Peace. Bye.